Housing affordability has rocketed in nearly every advanced economy. Aotearoa New Zealand sits at the very sharp end. A typical home costs nearly 8 times the median income, one of the worst ratios worldwide. And that's not even the whole story. Come with me. Can I afford this neighborhood? That lives in MBIE's bond data, refreshed quarterly by territorial authority. How long is the commute? Should I take a bus? Maybe I'll take a ferry or one of the new Auckland train lines. That's all spread across separate regional transit feeds. How does crime here compare to where I am now? That's New Zealand police victimization tables joined to Stats New Zealand area units. Will this street flood again? That's regional council hazard polygon. Every council publishes them differently. That's 8 spreadsheets and 6 tabs open with 3 different formats. Still no answer. Well, that's why we built Kāinga.
Kāinga is the Maori word for home, where we make housing affordability legible. 2 people usually pay the price every day. You have your renter that's just trying to find a place that they can actually afford to live, and you have your planner that's at a council or at a Kāinga ora here in New Zealand trying to find where affordability is breaking. So both end up with browser tabs and spreadsheets, just like you saw before, and one system should actually be able to answer both. That's why we split this into 2 phases. You have your consumer view, where the renter types plain English constraints and gets a ranked shortlist, plus a direct link to the live listings, and a planner view, a Genie plus AIBI dashboard that exposes the same data as a macro story, drillable from region down to suburb. Both surfaces share the same fabric, different defaults, same answer. But let's see this in practice. Meet Sarah. She's moving to Auckland and she types her constraints right in. Show me suburbs with a median rent under $700, a 30-minute transit commute from Britomart, a primary school nearby, and away from flood zones. At this point, our Mosaic AI agent disambiguates Britomart into lat-long calls to compute isochrone against the transit travel time matrix, hits lookup hazards on the H3 grid, queries our Genie space for rent and amenity filters, all of it answered from curated tables that Lakeflow declarative pipelines are always refreshing. A few seconds later, Sarah has a ranked shortlist with reasons. After she gets back her list of suburbs, given her set of constraints, if she still wants to further investigate this, she can ask more questions, ask for a diagram if she wants, which can go from simple ones like this to more complex ones. And once she's happy with the suburb, all she has to do is ask for listings. The listings will come up, and with a click of a button, she will be redirected with all her filters applied. All this gets saved into Lakebase so that her conversation is stateful, and if she comes back in a couple days, all her preferences are still there. Now, we switch to Daniel, a Kāinga analyst. Same fabric, different default surface. In his case, he can still go in and type his questions directly. Which territorial authorities have a median weekly rent up more than 8% year over year, with a median income up less than 3% year over year, to which Genie will guide him and do his analysis in natural language. But what he can also do is access the dashboard and dive in a little bit deeper. In this case, if he accesses the dashboard, that question that he had is already in here. We built the MBIE dashboard by feeding Databricks Dashboard Builder a 1-paragraph brief, and it laid out the entire national picture in seconds. We tied it up a little bit, and we already know that 12% of New Zealanders live in a suburb where the median rent exceeds 30% of the median household income, which you can see down here as well. The value is in the chart. A council planner can stress test a housing supply intervention in seconds. Work that today takes days of repulling, rejoining databases by hand. Same GOAT tables, same agent, same Lakebase back memory, all of that just in a different way in. 6 first-party Databricks capabilities that you just saw, 0 external glue. The 9 data sources from the beginning, now in one governed lakehouse. All of this is also version controlled with focus on infrastructure as code, easily redeployable, all on GitHub. And what I want to finish off with is Kāinga is a pattern, not just a product. Open data in and intelligent app out. We started with an example of 2 people in one country, but every country with open data has this same problem. From nearly 2,400 suburbs to one answer, housing, finally legible. 3 of us built this, Victor, Nainil, and Isabel from New Zealand and India, for the crisis at our own doorsteps. From all of us, thank you.